Hi, welcome back to Clinky. I'm Mark.
And I'm Diane.
And today, this is our 100th episode of Clinky, and we thought we would do something a little different. We are going to drink some of Diane's infinity bottle.
Yes, so in 2018, I asked him for just a decanter so that I could just put in the last bits of whiskey that we drank. So we started this in April of 2018, and I finished this in July of 2021. So I'm just gonna ramble off what I got. This is basically just bourbons and rye whiskeys, none of my scotches, nothing, anything else.
Also, just to be clear, this is just a sampling. This is not the decanter itself because she traveled to get to my house and it doesn't travel so nicely. So
no, and it's very beautiful. Maybe it'll show up in another episode. Anyway, so in this decanter we have Bullet Bourbon. We have a 2009 Evan Williams Single Barrel. We have a Bullet Rye, Evan Williams Single Barrel 2010. We have Rittenhouse Rye, which is one of my very favorite ryes. Wild Turkey Rye, Wild Turkey Rare Breed. A Knob Creek Single Barrel that I helped pick out. It's a high rye bourbon. Russell's Reserve, Wild Turkey Long Branch, which is the Matthew McConaughey one. It's actually quite nice.
We did a video.
We did do a video of that one. A Wathen's Single Barrel, Old Grandad 114. Actually, I think that was the end of my daughter's bottle. I'm pretty sure I have my bottle at home, but shh, quiet on that. And 1792 Small Batch. If you remember about those guys, Barton's, they had a huge fire a number of years ago. This was a bottle that I had pre their huge fire. So that's what we got. So we have a mix of bourbons and ryes. I would say most of the ryes are high rye because that tends to be what I like, but there's a couple softer ryes in there, or softer bourbons in there, particularly the Evan Williams, which is quite literally my go-to under or about $30 bottle of house bourbon. It's beautiful. I'm on my third bottle. Everyone I've had is just amazing. Okay.
So, yeah.
Sorry, I said extraneous
No,
things.
we're fine. We're pretty much expecting this to taste like some rye whiskey, but we're going to have it neat.
Or high rye, something along the lines of that, or high rye bourbon. All right.
We will see.
It smells quite lovely.
Yes, it smells very good.
It's definitely got that kind of high rye bourbony kind of profile. You're definitely getting some spice in your nose, some kind of
I think it smells like Rittenhouse.
Maybe some nutmeg.
I think it smells like Rittenhouse.
You think it smells like Rittenhouse? And Rittenhouse is a Maryland style rye, so it's kind of a lower rye of the rye whiskeys and tends to have kind of some orange notes to it and some other notes to it. Anyway, all right.
Let's see.
Let's give this a whirl.
Clinky.
Clinky.
Very rye on that first taste. You got to have two tastes though.
Ooh, I was expecting it to be more rye on the first taste. I was expecting
Fairly potent.
I'm looking at the ABVs on the ones that I put in here, and not gonna lie, nothing. Let's see, keep going down.
This is bringing the heat.
Yeah, nothing in here is 80 proof. Nothing. Everything is above 80 proof. We're solidly there's a number of stuff that's 100 proof and up in here. So yeah, this. This is definitely. This is not my single barrel Elijah Craig at 130, but this is not 90 proof stuff. I mean, this is probably closer to, this is not 80 proof. This is not for the faint at heart. This is not.
So
yeah, this is higher. This is higher
Yes, it's pretty potent. Of course, you know, your mileage is going to vary because whatever you're pouring in your infinity bottle is just, you know, whatever you got left at the bottom of whatever.
Or some people call it a Solero? Anyway, basically the idea is the same. So I just did mine until I filled it up, gave it a number of months to kind of settle before we did this. I'm going to keep pouring stuff in it. I did mine rye and bourbon because I tend to like high rye bourbons. If you don't, you could in theory separate that kind of stuff out. Some people pour the very beginning, like when they open a bottle, they'll pour the first 2 ounces in their bottle, in their, you know, not this guy, but in the decanter and call it a day and wait until it fills and give it a few months. This is fine. This doesn't taste crappy.
No, it's perfectly fine. I mean, you know, it's going to taste like a bourbon blend or something, really.
Yeah.
But
and I think given the makeup, and yes, I wrote all this down as I did it.
Well, of course you want to do that.
Of course. But given the makeup, because I initially poured a lot of Bullet bourbon in here, and pretty much a lot of this is Bullet product, either Bullet bourbon, Bullet rye, any Wild Turkey product, and Evan Williams single barrel. So you'd think it would taste a certain way, but I don't get the flavor of bourbon. Like we were both thinking it would taste like Bullet. I don't think it tastes like Bullet.
No.
It's definitely more potent, and Bullet's 90 proof.
It's very rye. It tastes like a very strong rye.
I don't think it tastes like a strong rye.
Well, no, not like a lot of rye. I'm saying it's just a strong whiskey.
like a high proof rye.
Yes.
Yes. But a high proof rye, not a high proof, like Rittenhouse again, that's a Maryland style. It's not as high rye. It's got other kinds of things going on in it. But this is delicious.
So yeah, I'll try to find the link to the decanter. I just bought a typical decanter off of Amazon. It was like, I don't know, $14 or something like that. Maybe not even that much.
What?
I don't remember what it cost. They're not expensive. It's a bottle. It's made of glass. That's all there is to it.
Yes, and he did off Amazon. Eventually, in the eventual world, I will likely get something. He's at a flea market or a thrift place or a garage sale.
Well, at any rate, it's something you can try for yourself. It took her 3 years, I think, to fill this thing.
It did. In fairness, I opened a lot of bottles. I didn't finish a lot of bottles, and I really, in earnest, once the pandemic hit, said, I'm not buying any more bourbon. I'm going to finish the open bottles that I have. So that's kind of what did that. That's not to say I didn't buy tequila and other stuff.
Well, at any rate, thank you for watching all of our 100 videos.
Yes, thank you. No, it's been really fun. Did you think we would make it to 100 videos?
No, I can't believe we're still doing this. But we are. And
maybe our next infinity bottle needs to be tequila and mezcal. Yeah, let's do it.
We never have anything left of those.
We drink a lot of that.
Thank you for watching. And until next time,
thank you.
Clinky.
Clinky.